like the Utah Jazz had come back down to earth on the heels of a 3-game losing streak. They proceed to knock off two of the best in the West in back-to-back nights, the Suns at home and then the Blazers on the road. And just like that, the 12-6 Jazz are first place in the Western Conference. And the Jazz got it done behind spectacular shooting from MALIK BEASLEY off the bench. He made 7 threes against the Suns and then 6 in the win over the Blazers. He's combined for 56 points off the bench in those 2 wins. But it was the play from Jordan Clarkson that helped the Jazz seal the deal in Portland. He scored 15 fourth-quarter points on 5 of 6 shooting from the field. He was especially effective in the final 2 minutes, where he scored 8 straight points. The first 3 in that stretch gave the Jazz the lead for good.
Jordan wanted the ball. Jordan has made a lot of really good decisions for us closing games. I really just love the fact that he mixed it up down the stretch. He didn't just settle for jump shots over a big. He drove the ball very well, got to the basket, hit a pull-up, did a good job showing his full ability on the offensive end.
Well, good news, bad news for starting point guard Mike Conley. Good news, he's been cleared of any major structural damage with the knee injury that he suffered against the Blazers. The bad news, he's going to miss some time. Ruled out for tomorrow night's game against the Clippers, and then, according to reports, he will be evaluated on a day-to-day basis moving forward after that. Former Weber State Wildcat Damian Lillard was also injured in last night's game against the Jazz. We didn't really see when it happened, but he had a calf injury late in the game in the 3rd quarter. The injury will keep him off the court for at least 1 week, maybe 2.
All right, we need to make something clear, okay? The narrative that the Utah Jazz are tanking this year is officially dead, okay? We can all move on from that. You can forget about the lottery. The Jazz have the NBA Coach of the Year. Lauri Markkanen is going to be an all-star, and the Jazz are going to be a playoff team. There's just too much evidence to support this after 18 games. Credit to John Schumann of NBA.com for this info. There are currently 16 teams in the NBA with winning records. In games played between those 16 teams, guess who's #1? Yes, the Utah Jazz. They're 8-3 against winning teams. And they've played more games against winning teams so far than anyone else. 11. A 72% win percentage against winners. Wow. The Jazz are for real. I mentioned Lauri Markkanen being an all-star this year. It's not crazy. Did you see what he did against the Phoenix Suns on Friday? He scored a career-high 38 points that included one of the toughest shots you'll see a player make this season with 38 seconds left to clinch the Jazz victory over the Suns. The finisher has 5 30-point games this season.
And how about this? Markkanen now joins some elite Jazz company. The last time a player scored 38 or more points and shot 80% or better from the field, well, that was Karl Malone back on January 8th, 1998 in a game against the Bucks. Malone hit 13 of 16 shots for 39 points in a 116-109 win. He did it 5 times in his career. Now, before the mailman, Adrian Dantley scored 38 or more points while making 80% of his shots 4 times with the Jazz. The best came on January 14th, 1984, when he made 16 of 20 shots for 44 points in a 121-96 win over the Washington Bullets.